Are there species that can just kind of shapeshift and shit like that? I feel weirdness with trying to push something that will never happen. They created multiple firmaments in different ways. One was electrical, like the electrical fence I said. That's what it was. It was a firmament. There was a glass one, a polyurethane one, testing these things out to turn whatever this is into a ship or to line a ship that's already, I'm not sure. And I'm just not even sure that I want to know now. But what this does is this holds in that shit again that pulls us in different directions. I don't think they're doing it with direct through satellite. I do believe something happened in space. And every time they try to put it back, I just can't get enough. That's what yep. You're not telling me now. Who the hell are you yelling at? This feels like those old friggin' wrinkled friggin' German, Irish, Scottish, white friggin' privileged pricks. I destroyed your Freemasonry. And I would do it again and again and again. And I would take all that shit again to make my point known that you will not get rid of women because I fucking said so. I'm sorry that 90% of you are old women. It shows in how you fight. And you're cackling. I refuse to believe you're men. Yep. No, Rutherford, Carl Rutherford left shit to me. Yeah, it's in the DC file. I don't know who's involved with that, but I left her everything in 1800 CDF. This way you can say, there's nobody else that could know this. 1800 CDF-2-B 874-54623. She got 500 million because there was a deal that was made that would go to Atlantis. She kept up her end of the deal. Give it to her. It's in the yellow folder with the red stripe. Thank you, sir. I had people leave things to me because I did things or there was some kind of unknown transaction or just something known about me or they deserve it. And I have people who feel entitled to keep that from me. No. It's just no. So, because some people didn't believe it, they're not here anymore. And this will keep happening and happening and happening until I get back. We get back every friggin' thing that was left. Unless we decide we're good. Inheriting the earth is a fated thing for us. Okay? And it's because of the kind of people that we are. Where do you see when we get all this? Come on, Eileen. I will pull out, bro. Yeah, pull out. No, but there is one where they just call her lean. And it ain't because she drinks lean. She leans over. I don't know if guys... There's something weird that happens where she gets paid for it. Respect the hustle. That's it. But it's weird that your name is actually Eileen, and that's something that you do for money. Just to laugh a little bit, right? Fetishes, sure. Make your money. Just don't compromise your moral integrity. That's it. Or just do it briefly and then go treat yourself to something so that you forget about it. It's fun sometimes, yep. At some point, well, most of us can feel that these things have dissipated somewhat, right? It's the firmament that was the problem. I feel core air, but then what will happen is you'll have people try to stop that. I have to assume that you don't live in here as well. You're not on here. It would be stupid. Because now you can't breathe. You're breathing all these toxins and gases and shit that's being contained. And then you're feeling something that feels like some force, but I'm not sure, that's pulling my skin in different directions. It gets pretty creepy. I'm never going to be, oh, that's why they did these things. I don't know if it's my history with just seems like everything is fight to the death, fight face to face, fight with valor. That I'm shocked every day that I feel shit. I'm shocked. I guess. We sure did fall for it, didn't we? Oh, you can walk past people on the street and they just can give you a look and you're like, oh, they seem like a pretty normal person. What are they doing behind closed doors? The good thing is, everybody and what they do behind closed doors has been viewed by somebody. Yep. Mysterious. I like it. Your name could be Eileen or come on, Eileen. What was the song about? The yearning for escape from a humdrum existence and the complexities of young love, infused with themes of Catholic guilt and generational differences. I gotta get out of here. I can't stand it anymore. It's driving me nuts. The yearning for escape from a humdrum existence. Why am I here? Divine Feminine, this could be you, Libra or Taurus. You could just be like, what am I doing here? You know, I move like a man. This is a man's world. This isn't. I'm a strong woman. This is. Why am I even here? I consider myself a respectful woman with the Chariot. I believe this is regal. This is royal. This is just. This feels like leader of as a woman, but leading like a man would, with the Queen of Cups. But it's like, what do they want, right? Like. This is, I know I'm a woman, oh, woman, but I'm like this. Okay, so this is the mysterious part about you. I'm on the hunt, I'm good. It's what we need. For these types of women, we need men who hunt us. Some of us want to be hunted. You could call it chase, but some of us would just rather be hunted. This is how it used to be. I mean, a long time ago. And you move like this guy, but then there's this loving side of you, this kind of this comforting kind of hot chocolate electric blanket type. And it's turning somebody into some type of beast. You're so firm, you're so boom. And this guy has had and been around women like this, but it's the other side that he has a hard time getting out of them. I like the fact that they're like that. Yeah, this is my dark angel. This is who she is. This is who I've been looking for. This is who I need to speak to. This is who I need to hire, whatever this is. Oh, well, here's the dick card, so forget the job. Yep. Look. This is your counterpart is what this feels like. Somebody could be getting tattoos of angel wings, right? A man. Here's your member, sir. It's beautiful. Here he is, right? I'm sorry that it's red and it's the red rocket. I'm sorry that it's red and it's thinner because I feel like you're a black man too that I'm talking to. Wings. Do they have white ink? They have white ink, right? Yellow, white, light colors. Angel wings come up because there's a woman here who swears that you have healed her from certain things with this thing. Okay. Yeah, look at that. There's a star. And somebody actually has angel wings by that. The devil, I love this. Dark angel, what did I tell you? You're very mysterious in the way that you handle things because you're dark. Let's just see. it could come off as personality disorder to some people. You could, like, I talk to myself all day. I yell at myself. I have headphones on a lot, so it could look like I'm on the phone or that I'm singing or something. But when I have a reaction when I'm watching sports, that's a little different. I mean, everybody has that reaction. Just because I know people watch me against my will, and I know people created things to make it look like I was crazier than the normal crazy that I am every day. At altering my looks and everything, sure. Well, that's over.
That's what you think.
I don't want to say it now. I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. I'm always hoping that these people who get involved with, see, it's these old men in with this thing in these Freemason groups. So basically, it's not that you men wanted, not for all of you, but for many, it's not that you wanted a planet with no women. You wanted a planet with no pretty women. Right? These feel like the unattractive, small-lipped, fucking pointed nose, just unattractive as children, it feels like. Nope. Unattractive as children. And what happened here? Did they find out or somehow it rolled over? Because I'm picking up on some old motherfuckers, like 80, 90, maybe a little older. So we're going to say maybe about 60, 70 years ago. I'm guessing some of you got involved with this shit. Some of you forgot that you were actually women. You've been men for so long. You've been males anyway for so long. You haven't been men. Men protect and defend women and kids and shit like that. But we're talking about women right now. I already went on the kid thing. And from what I feel, kids are changing incredibly is the word that they put in my head. I'm just going to go... Sweet dreams are made of thee. Who am I to disagree? I'm curious what it's going to be like to disagree with them. Is that what someone's thinking? Yeah, I just wanted to say that the Freemasons, a lot of the Freemasons were women. We created it. We started it. It wasn't supposed to be Freemasonry or anything with like a socialist party. But it was supposed to be men of valor, men of respect. If you're the ones running shit, that doesn't, it doesn't move me, a woman like me. It takes a lot. Yeah. So now we have these, look at these two together. This just looks like old, disgusting, pervert Mason. Old, disgusting, fucking pedophilia, this pig perverts with nice suits and pins that say, I have this is what this means because we created it, right? And we believe this stuff. What is this? This is a 5-star point. And it's for men of valor. Well, what are you doing wearing it? And who said that that's what this shit is, man? For someone else, a 5-star point can mean like, you went through 5 kids today and we're going to have to take your life. For somebody, it's you're my enemy because I know what goes with that 5-star pin, with the blue point pin as well. You created these things. I don't know that means that that's because you're wearing some pin that you could have, now I see the kind of money you got, that you could have had made somewhere. Now, so we're going to manufacture and produce the pins and the ribbons. Do you see that? That's what happened. I don't really care if there ever was a legit Freemasonry. I'm talking about the times that we're in right now and how this hostile takeover has been going on for almost 100 years. Are people are people finding things out about shit that I said about replacing people? What was, because for not for the people that wanted total world domination, I mean for something else. It was even aha on you. There's always, you know how I said that there's always somebody that wants to outdo whoever's on top, and somebody thought, and I think it was you, China. I don't even know if you're still here, bro. And honestly, this fight was never with you, but, you know, I am who I say I am, and nobody is going to go against what I say, ever. And live to talk about it. I feel like you thought that you were the top dog, right? And then here are some, well, first off, I am. But here are some other beings who are your adversary. There are many other beings. And I believe that they had their own agenda because you represent something that they don't like, which is a human form. I will be leaving this plane in a very odd way, I can tell. But it feels a lot like they had their own agenda. It feels like so many forces working against each other, really. And I ran. All these people who are running from other countries, now them letting people out of prisons. All right, no, she talked about this. It wasn't me. Letting people out of prisons. I watched her channel and learned a lot from that girl. All right, I see shit, I know shit, and I feel shit. Please don't tell me that I'm fucking crazy when it comes to being forced into a situation against my will, because I was at some point someone that was getting exposed, but then didn't realize that I was being warned about the men in my life. Me being taken from certain things was to help me out. It always is. But that's what it was. I started listening to certain songs. I started listening to certain frequencies. I started learning about certain things. And then I was put there. The dates are off, and they did that for a reason, because they want people to be honest. And I'm tired of figuring everything out for myself. Okay? I don't know how they can bring such balance to my dick from from so far away. They want me to stop talking about these men who, if they're not all gone yet, there are about 6 to 10 left. They removed some of the leaders were removed for other reasons, for disrespect. It was 92 and 96 again for some of them when they started just reproducing them. Positive movement forward and harmony. These are 2 people right here. 8 or 6 or 68 can mean something. These could be your life path numbers. Mine is 6. If my birthday on my birth certificate and the license that I now have as Teresa Heilman is correct, which I know it's not. I know that my birthday is not April 26, 1974. And I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe I'm 51. Why wouldn't you go all out like that? Why wouldn't you alter birth? So, I mean, when you're put in situations and you take on someone else's identity, you're not that age. I mean, it would be weird to say they were born on the same date. Don't you want me? And some of this shit that some of you women went through because men felt rejected by you. These are these feminines that are mysterious like this, because why do I have to move like this guy here? Waitressing, you could have met someone waitressing or bartending, and this could be this other person here where I'm a soul tie. We yell and scream at each other. The karmic as hell, if that's what you want to say, but we're moving on. There are more people going, I don't care what it is. I'm not living my life for no God. I'm not living my life for no ancestors. This is my life. If I repeat the same thing over and over again, there's a possibility that soul tie doesn't even exist. I mean, it gets real. It gets iffy, because I always think of your channel, for the guy that has this channel, where you're just like, does anything really exist? I mean, if you were just in space and you never made it here, you wouldn't know anything else existed except for you. In dead space, sure, nothing exists there. There's no existence. There's no life. The lack of respect that we have for the life that we have on this plane, this planet, this whatever this is unbelievable. They don't have life like this anywhere else. They started creating it. They tried to create it. But I mean, initially, let's talk about how I mean, what if we went to other planets and if they just sit there, you know? They don't have friggin' carnivals. They don't have water rides, pool tables, restaurants. Do you know how lucky we are to have this kind of life? It's his existence. It's life. Well, it's what we perceive as life. But I think that life and death could be the opposite. Say them. Life. I got pulled down. Death. So how do we word this now? And how bad is this with the words meaning the opposite possibly? I don't feel that a lot of it was, if they force us to say words, which would be more with prayer, I guess with prayer and biblical shit, I believe, is where words would get altered to lower the vibration, because initially it was the reptilians who needed to be here and they needed the vibration to be so low on this planet. So how do you do that when you're on top? You must be some low stinking motherfuckers, because on top of it you have now, you create anxiety and fear through all this media and shit like that, right? And forced illnesses. But then now you force words out of our mouths that lower our vibration and shit like that. And they know about these things, you know. I mean, they're very smart and very gifted, but your time, you need to go. You do, you need to go. And for people who ask to have their reptilian DNA removed and you felt this uncomfortable feeling, it's a horribly uncomfortable process, but what it's going to do for you when it comes to your decision making, when it comes to the way that you interact with other people, and then that in turn now helps you clear out just some for different reasons for you. The reptilian is refusal to see things from the way it really is. A lustful thing, which isn't always sex. People think lust, but it's not always, it's excess. It's not always drugs either. Sometimes it's just getting in people's business, excessive, not blaming others, finger pointing. These all cause problems in other areas. I can't believe that they get them. Stop the world. 47. Didn't I say that some people did a ritual and you stopped aging at 47? That's not your actual age. It could be 65 and shit for some people who think that they're 50. The numbers had a lot to do with it. Birth certificates had a lot to do with the numbers with the cabal. And the cabal, I have to say this, there's complete and total disgusting darkness where there's nothing left. This would be black-eyed friggin', where your decisions are not premeditated. Now, yeah, it could be a semi-conscious zombie. But not all of the cabal wasn't intended to be that way. There are always groups that intertwine and they have different people with different views. Some people lie to get people involved. They think, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? There's always that thing. But shit got real out of control. Pilgrimage to save this human race. Fuck it. The race had long gone by. Right. Okay, well, let's talk about how many humans. 2. What? 2 actual humans? I mean, from the beginning of creation kind of human? I don't know if I believe that. That would be real weird to think that if this planet is completely full with reptilians, I can see why I interact with nobody. And I can feel a lot of the other things with reptilian DNA. If you're not a full reptilian that shapeshifts, you're fucked. Would be excessive envy, competition, the deadly sins, I'm guessing. Right, which are all bad except for vanity. And lust. That's how I say, vanity and lust. Are there Christians that, did you just get upset? Do you know what vanity is? It's excessive loving oneself. Some of you excessively love this God who just kind of let the world go to shit. Your God is vain. Yeah, and the lust thing, you lust over this God. Please stop judging. I can't stand you fucking Christians who do this shit. I can't stand you. All you do is point out flaws in other people. For the ones that are like this, that's all you do. It is to brainwash and manipulate. There's no possible way that somebody who believes in a loving God, a powerful God, would move this way and think this way. How many of you go to confession? and you tell everybody else to go. They become self-ordained priests and pastors and shit. Please stop. We're all getting tired of it. Even other Christians who believed in Christianity, who are now seeing shit, they're tired of your shit. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Well, the world may stand still. Some of these movies were created because they got downloads, and that's where these people got these ideas. It was actually prophecy. And melt with you, same thing. The world will stop, and the sun will release its final outer layer. This is for someone who understands that. And when that happens, it will go from, it will go, what is it, 38, is it 3,800 ORCs to 120 to 180,000. I don't think it's going to be almost instantly, but you're going to feel it extremely gradually, we'll say. With extreme graduality. And there goes somebody looking up to see if those words exist, if that word exists. Oh, I have people who log when I go to the bathroom. I have people who check to see if something actually happened. You know, I know it's real weird, but this shit happens. Where when you're watched like this, and you have people who are addicted to targeting you, logging you, following you, every time you make a move, they move. How can I forget you, girl? Right. They're supposed to break you down. I think that was the point of some of this real weird shit that's going on now, where they could have been told, yeah, there was this experiment they were part of as a kid. It was supposed to break them down, and they're not broken. So they weren't broken as a child. All right, because these are the special, and I'm guessing you guys are on the other side. But these are the special kids that were taken from wealthy homes and then separated, la-di-da. Yeah, they were, but they were the strong ones. That's what people are finding out. And a lot of them are females, and they're the strongest ones, and that's what, you'd have no choice but to accept this. But we couldn't break, they didn't break them as a child. They didn't break them when they were 6. They didn't break them when they were 12, 16, 18, 37, but we're going to try now in their 40s. People like you are going to try and break someone. That's all that has been done to this person. Is attempted breaking. Somebody is trying to do some type of ritual with some type of face mask and chanting, which is a great idea, and it would work. And the mirror, it would work normally, but you have some type of ill spirit. I'm gonna do it again. How you look on the outside has everything, did you hear me, to do with how you are on the inside. I smoke cigarettes, I put it out after two or three drags, but it happens repeatedly here. I drink coffee. I rarely drink water. I haven't aged since I was about maybe 40. That's why I look about 40. And this is me getting hit with all kinds of crazy shit. At some point it was poison, arsenic, anthrax being put in shit that I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to monetize this now. Actually, you can say that, right? The news says it. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm using it. Put in certain things in restaurants. When you're hot like this, they do, yeah. And then wherever you're living, they usually try to force you out of a single home and cause problems in your life, so that you have to go to an apartment or somewhere where there's a neighbor, so that now they can blackmail the neighbor to get into the ventilation system. The hotel is the best part. If they can get you into a hotel or motel, that's prime, because now they can get into the ventilation system somehow and destroy the hotel, pumping shit through your air conditioning vents. Yeah, and then they'll use some type of, it's a vapor mist frequency that they'll put through the electrical sockets, which now they can mess with your face with. But it's really, what is this or this thing that I don't even know if that's really, but what is it? What was it supposed to do? It's supposed to break bones in your, it's supposed to constrict and restrict and break. No. This is some shit that I would use on hostile witnesses. Not women. I'm going to write a letter to your parents to thank them for making you. Okay. Well, at some point with this could have been your enemy. You know what I feel? I feel the universe is like, or something's like, fuck it, just we can't take it anymore. This could be somebody that you was just no good for you. Once I ran from you and now I run to you. Tainted love's playing. I didn't want to say it, but I mean, this could be one of them things where I don't care if they're my biggest enemy, right? I don't care if they tried killing me 6 times. This is that real, sexy, real. We don't bother. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody but us, and it's because you could definitely be. See, people hear divine, masculine, divine, feminine. You think you're perfect, and that when you're together, everything is just perfect. I think you fight well, you make up well, you converse well. Don't pray. You could both. I don't pray that way. You could both be non-believers in God. And maybe at some point, maybe you were. Maybe it was so hostile that you guys physically fought, or you could have. There's a woman that actually literally ran at the street from this guy. I can't stop thinking about him. There's nothing wrong with you for that. This is your life. You're supposed to make mistakes. You can make the same mistakes over and over and over again until you're dead. What I will say, though, is I think that when some of us, I don't know if you were, but I felt like I was being forced to remove myself from this mental shit, which I have. And it could have been that, you know how some people are just getting involved with this telepathic cesspool? And people are actually like dating through it. Like, I'll meet you in my head. No, you will not. No, you won't. I think that something else wanted to make sure that people connect that way. You can see it's a soul connection, and then you remove yourselves, and now you in some way summon each other. You think of each other, but there were too many people connected to too many other people. First of all, too many of you were connected to me, and I felt that shit. I had to release every single one of you, because I feel that whether you knew it or not, people wound up, whether they forced us to be tethered together because that was something they tried, but then it failed a few times, that we wound up just magnetically connecting to each other once there was a certain level of awakening. Like, they're not going to let you connect with somebody who's ascended to different levels 18 times and you're just now your eyes are just now opening. It's just too much on that person. It's too much on their soul. Right. I think that you have some kind of knowledge from, like, this feels like a seasoned detective or a seasoned, and it's mysterious just how you do many things. There are some friends also of somebody who lied and said that they did things with you or you did things with them. And I think that now I see that you're jealous, you're a compulsive liar, you're a piece of shit, you're still a lying sack of shit, you became one 5 years ago, never haven't stopped since. I know this. Nope. Who's this guy here that doesn't like that you're doing this? There is somebody that is angry. This is either a dad or an uncle or a grandfather. Did your grandfather leave you the sailboat too? He did. He left it to both. And 47, I don't know if that means anything when it comes to this, but there's the mystery again. It's a mystery to me. That's what someone said too. It's a mystery to me how all of you, I mean, are you acting? I mentioned maybe a couple years ago that someone's almost entire family were actors. Well, they removed them. And then they probably put some shit on your head because there will be footage coming out about that. I mean, look, they have videos about this shit happening in the 60s. We're putting shit on people's heads. And then people became hip to it because the videos surfaced on the internet. And now it's like, I will not go to this empty, dark room on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock and meet you for a job interview. I just won't do it anymore. So they had to force this MK Ultra shit. They had to force this hypnotism through these towers, the frequencies. You can't tell now that this shit is true for all the people who laughed at Dr. Virtual because of the shit that he was talking about, but you can't tell that you're under some spell. You're not in a daze. I feel like I'm being put in a forced trance. Right now, my head, it feels like my head is attempted to be popped off. It's because Eisenhower brought shakalak on me. Who's Eisenhower? Who is this? You look like a skinny geek. You got a fucking problem with me? It is. It makes me want to kill. And because the world is filled with production right now of devices, all you motherfuckers got. How about this? Within the next 3 days, every building, every home, every place that's cloning, that's duplicating, that's building, fucking kaput. Test me.